This is the story of a man who spent more than 400 days fighting for his life in the world's largest and most merciless ocean, the Pacific. After 14 long months, he made it back alive, only to end up in jail. Let's dive into the full story. The very name, Pacific Ocean, sends a chill down most people's spines. About 71% of our planet is covered by water, divided into 4 major oceans: the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, and the Arctic. But the Pacific is the biggest of them all, stretching across 165 million square kilometers. It's so vast, it could easily swallow the Atlantic whole. Scattered across this endless expanse are remote islands, where almost no human has ever set foot. And if someone gets lost out here, finding them is almost impossible. The man who defied those odds was José Salvador Alvarenga, a fisherman from Mexico. His boat was barely 7 feet long, too small even to lie down in. Yet he survived on it for more than a year, battling the fury of the ocean and setting a world record for endurance. It all began in November 2012. Joshua, 36, and his friend set out on a routine fishing trip on November 17th. Like every other day, they used their small boat, equipped with a single engine and a fridge, and planned to return within 30 hours. But about 120 kilometers from the Mexican coast, a violent storm appeared out of nowhere. They turned back, but just 20 kilometers from shore, the engine died. They managed to radio their location to their boss, but soon after, the battery died. And then the storm hit. The waves slammed into their tiny boat, tossing them deeper and deeper into the ocean. By the time rescue teams started searching, the current had already carried them far away. Within just 5 days, they had drifted nearly 450 kilometers from land. No flare gun, no nets, no food. Their survival seemed impossible after 2 days. Their food was gone. Desperate and weak, they caught a bird and ate it raw when it rained. They collected water in bottles. When it didn't, they drank the blood of turtles and fish. Just to stay alive, days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The suffering was beyond imagination. After 4 months at sea, Joshua's friend lost all hope and took his own life. Now Joshua was completely alone, surrounded by endless blue and crushing silence. But somehow, he refused to give up. 6 months later, his boat drifted into one of the quietest and most lifeless parts of the Pacific. One day, he spotted a cargo ship in the distance. He waved frantically, screamed for help, but the ship was too far away. It sailed off into the horizon, leaving him behind. That moment broke him, yet he kept fighting. After 11 months, Joshua was still alive. His clothes were gone. Only his underwear protected his skin from the brutal sun. Then, on January 30th, 2014, day 439, he saw something floating in the water. A coconut dot and birds circling above. He knew what that meant. Land was near. Hours later, he spotted an island. He had finally reached Atoll, one of the smallest inhabited islands on Earth. When he saw a man on the shore, Joshua collapsed to his knees and burst into tears. It was the first human he had seen in 14 months at first. Local police didn't believe his story. But once his boss confirmed that Joshua had gone missing more than a year earlier, the truth came out. Because he had entered another country illegally, he was detained for a few days and then sent home. But his troubles weren't over. His friend's family accused him of murder. Eventually, he was cleared of all charges due to lack of evidence. Later, Joshua wrote a book titled 438 Days, where he described his unimaginable journey of survival, a record that remains unbroken to this day. His story reminds us that no matter how hopeless life may seem, if you refuse to give up, even the impossible can become survival. Thanks for watching.